Well, hi, a very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf. Hope I find you well. So I've got a couple of builds on the go, radio control car builds. You may have seen the unboxing of the F1 car, and I've also got plans to upgrade my TT02, Tamiya TT02. But one of the things that's always annoyed me with running these models is I always scratch up the bottom of the chassis. So what I've bought here, this is just carbon fibre effect vinyl wrap, and I'm going to put a layer of this onto the deck. So this is from the F1 car, and then underneath the TT02 chassis, just to give them a layer of protection, because this at any stage I can peel this off. Now, I've never done this before. I have no idea how it's going to look. I have no idea how it's going to go on, but I thought, you know, as I'm doing it anyway, I may as well record the video. So I'm going to start with a nice simple shape, and then move on to something a little bit more complex if I have some success. Now, I've made myself a little spreader just from a little bit of plastic and glued a bit of, well, it's just a little bit of felt on there just so it slides across nice and smoothly. Now, I'm going to start by taking my sheet here. Let's lay it down and let's mark round it and then cut a rough idea of the size. So let me just grab a pencil. So I'm looking at this, which I can do it at an angle, and we'll just cut that size out. Scissors. Oh, hang on a minute, I didn't want to do that because I want to keep the pattern straight. It's a good start, isn't it? Right, let's do that again. And this time, rather than putting it on crooked, I want to make sure that the pattern is straight. That's a bit better. All right, let's do it like this. I'm going to do both sides actually of this chassis. I've got plenty of this. Now this material, I actually, there's so many sellers, you can find it on eBay, and this was 5 sheets. I think it was about £4, so it works out about £1 a sheet, and I've just bought A4 sheets of it. There's different thicknesses on there, different materials. You can take your pick. I mean, this is just one that I picked up. I don't know how good it's going to be. I'm certainly not going to recommend it, or at least until I've put it onto the part. Right, I'm just going to use a little bit of cleaning solution. Just wipe the deck over, make sure there's no fingerprints on here, so that it does actually stick. There we go. Right, I'll just let that dry. And then I'm just going to warm this slightly. I've got my heater going, you can probably hear it in the background because it's quite chilly in here. So I'm just going to put that in front of the heater for a moment. That didn't take a lot, so I think what I'll do is just peel it off onto the, lay it down nice and flat. Let me just make sure there's nothing on here. Again, the first time I've attempted this, so I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Alright, let's lay that down. Get my finger off of it. There we go. Right, turn this up the other way, and then try and lay it onto the part, like so. How does that look? It's not too bad, you know. Not too bad at all. Let's just push the air bubbles out. Do you know, I'm quite pleased with that already. That's looking really good. Right, I'm not actually going to wrap this one around the edge, I'm just going to run it to the edge. So with this, actually I can put new blade in my scalpel so that nice fresh blade for cutting around it. It won't be a moment. Right, let's see how this cuts, hopefully quite neatly. Right, let's see how this cuts, hopefully it'll cut quite neatly. That's not bad at all. I need to be careful with it going round. It's really sticking on itself. I'll neaten some of these edges up in a moment. Do you know, that's come out lovely. I think what I'll do now is I'll just finish trimming this. Just there's a couple of areas, like just here you can see I've left a little bit there that needs cleaning off, so I'll just go around the whole part. Well, do you know, that's come out better than I expected. A couple of lessons learned. I think, you know, leaving little bits to trim off afterwards is a little bit more difficult, so I'll take a little bit more time cutting out the main cuts, making sure they're nice and neat in the first instance. But I'm going to carry on now and, yeah, do the other side of this deck, do the other parts, and then, yeah, come and rejoin me when we do the more complex shape of the TTO2 body. Right, before I leave this and go on to putting the other side on, I'm just taking the holes out that are in the deck here, just by poking the knife through and just rotating round. And once I know where they are, just cleaning them up on the other side. That's close. Well, if nothing else, it's certainly made a dull old deck look a lot better. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. It's come out quite well. A couple of little areas I keep noticing, just little spots that I need to just cut away, but yeah, it's come out pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead now and cover the rest of the parts for the Formula 1 car. Well, I have to say that's actually come out better than I expected. Quite pleased with that indeed. Certainly does look the part, and it's got this protective cover on the base. Oh, sorry, this is the base, obviously. So a little bit of a protective cover on there with the countersunk screws. So yeah, just a little bit of time to trim around the edges. But let's face it, that's not exactly the most complicated of shapes. So let's give this a go. So this is a lower deck for a TTO2. This is basically a project that's coming up on the channel where I'm going to take my current TTO2, do a lot of upgrades on it, and this is actually the upgrade chassis. So this is the lower deck, but it's the hard version, so it's a glass filled polymer, extremely stiff, much stiffer than the one that comes with the kit. But I'd like to try and wrap the base, so let me go and put another piece of the carbon fibre vinyl, and yeah, let's give this base a go. Well, as I was filming, it soon became apparent we needed to bring this closer to us in order to see all the little wraps and things. So I stopped the camera, but you can see how it's come out. It's not bad at all. I'm really pleased with that. And the edge has gone together quite nicely indeed. Got the other side to do. And now one of the things we did find, I had to get the hairdryer on it. We were trying to do it with, first of all, cold. Then we had a heater, my little fan heater that you can hear in the background. On some of the videos, we were using that to warm it up, but the only way to get these bits in here and get it, you know, really tucked into the corners was with the hairdryer. But so going to press on and get the other side done and see what the finished article looks like. Well, I'm actually over the moon with that. It's come out so well. So I think what I'm going to do is try and do the inside of it, but only in the battery tray on either side, or the, you know, the little tubs either side. I won't try and be too clever with it, just sort of finish it, maybe this side, run it all the way down to here, and then on this one just run it around the edges. But this one I will try and do on camera. Quite difficult to do these around these edges, particularly in this corner, with it sort of at arm's length, if you like, while I'm trying to film. So yeah, but this one I will try and do this so you can see what I'm doing. As I say, I've never done this before, so both me and my son have been playing with this, and yeah, for a first attempt it's not bad at all. I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, we'll give the other side a go. Now, the only thing I would say is with the vinyl wrap, you got things like the injector points on the plastic. Basically, the vinyl picks up any imperfections on the plastic, and they really do show through. Looks like there's an air bubble there, but it's not. It's actually on the plastic. And yeah, just a tiny little blemish like this kind of thing will show through, and it will look like an air bubble. But I don't think it's too bad. And I think my plans for this, which will be coming up on the channel, when you see what I'm actually going to do with this and the rest of the car, it's going to look absolutely wonderful. Really looking forward to doing this one. That's not too bad. There's a couple of creases in that corner which is a little bit annoying, but not sure I can do much about that. I'll have another go. That's a little bit better. That'll do. Now I did purchase a second kit, so I'm going to try something a little bit different here. Take the body out, move the box for the kit, slide this out of here. Right, let me just cut the body off the sprue. Now I don't know how this is going to look. If it looks rubbish, then I shall peel it back off. But if it looks okay, I will leave it on there. Setting. I'm just going to bring this one in here. I wrapped one of these grasshopper bodies in a carbon fibre wrap. Now, the front of it went okay. It went a little bit wrong at the back, but this is the first time I've done anything with vinyl wrap. But overall, quite pleased with that. But I just thought I'd bring that in on this video and put them side by side just as I close this out. So there you go. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and why not check out the channel, lots on there, and if you can subscribe, you'd be doing me a really big favour. And with that, I'm going to leave this one there and just say thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.